from Nashville, tonight's CSBA feature matchup man prime time. We got the SEC on center stage here as the number 5 Florida Gators are going to take on the number 4 seeded LSU Tigers. Joining me in the booth for his second game on the night, my boy Aaron. What's up, Aaron? Welcome to Nashville, buddy.
Yeah, a bit of a red eye to get here for this one, but should be interesting. 4 versus 5 here. Florida versus LSU. Advantage here to the Tigers, though they missed their first effort there. Both these teams haven't had the greatest of seasons, but looking to pick it up here right before Madness.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, anything you could do to get yourself from being away from one of those bubble teams, you certainly want to take advantage of that as much as you can. As Rack Jones gets LSU on the board.
Yeah, Rack Jones, far and away the premier star here on this LSU team. He is the leading scorer. He is the leading rebounder. He is the steals leader, and he is 3rd on the team in blocks per game.
So basically, you're saying he's important.
Yes. I'm basically saying that Rack Jones is the most important player on this LSU team.
It's fair. It's fair. I would go to say the same as the man that's at the charity strike right now for the Gators, Mr. Flickerbean himself.
Yeah, definitely. Leads the team in points per game. Is a pretty decent rebounder and facilitator as well, but definitely the main scoring presence for Florida.
He's their go-to guy offensively, although they do get some nice balance scoring between Jay Money, DeAndre Williams, Kurtz, and Brandon Daniels. So. A little mid-range jumper by Lee Toes as good as he knocks that one down for 2 LSU.
Should be a reasonably close one, I would think, between these two.
Ooh, Rack Jones sends that one into the stands.
It was the Kurtz effort to get sent into the nosebleeds.
The last time these two teams met, though, I will say LSU dominated, won this one by a very large margin. I'm not even going to say the score because since Besky's taken over, the Gators have played significantly better, despite the fact that they still continue to struggle on the win-loss column. But he has done a really good job getting the most out of what he has, and I can certainly tell you next season for him is going to be a really big year. Especially with his abilities as a coach.
Yeah, I think the move next season, all of these teams, of course, going away, we're switching to full custom teams. The transfer window is going to be even more exciting, I think, than even last season's was, with the likes of Ricky Rowe transferring out of Illinois. A lot of big names, going to be looking for new homes here in the CSBA.
Yeah, and if I'm Besky, putting your poll, I would be putting all my eggs in the transfer window basket for sure, and sell them on a culture and an identity of what you want your team to be. I think a lot of teams are going to have to do that, especially as some of these brands are going to be starting out from scratch. So. Well, not some of them, all of them.
Yeah, of course, the coaches that are already here will be keeping the people on their roster that want to stay with them, of course. It's not like it's going to be a complete reset.
But I will say I have a feeling with some of the situations you're going to probably, with so many open spots that they're going to be, I would imagine you're going to see a lot
of transfers.
It's going to be like the Wild Wild West.
Yes, it will.
9-6 LSU up by 3. No hands. Going to pull that one back. Jones going to cut up and set a high screen for him. No hands opts not to use it. He's going to drive, floater up, no good, as Brooklyn Kurtz does a nice job defensively.
Great defense there by Florida. They've done a much better job keeping this close, as Banks going to cut the lead to just 1 for the Tigers.
I wasn't lying when I said Mr. Besky's a little bit more of a. He's a good tactician. I know he doesn't let anything go easily here and takes every loss that they've had so far in the season to heart. And had a couple of one-on-one conversations with him, and I think there's a part of him that obviously wants to learn what he can learn to round out the rest of this season, but it's been a little bit troublesome for him, to feel the losses. I don't think anybody wants to feel the losses, but give him a lot of credit for sticking with it.
Definitely.
I think he's just ready to fast forward to next season.
I can't say I blame the man.
He came in as an interim, and Kyler has just been so busy in his real life. So 13-8 right now. Tigers on top by 5.
You're hoping everything's okay with him, of course.
What's that?
I said definitely hoping everything is okay with him, of course, Kyler.
Yes. Nice reverse layup there by DeAndre Williams. So DeAndre coming in as the second leading scorer here for Florida. Why are we missing a guy off the call sheet again? God damn it. It's always something always happens to it.
I'm pretty sure it's the walk-on that we're missing,
it's not
whatever his name is.
That guy right there?
Oh, yeah, it is Dewishawili. How could I forget about Dewishawili?
Yes, sir.
The man with the hardest name in all of Sim Sports to pronounce. Oh, Chisholm's shot gets rocked by Joey Huell. Huell? However you say the man's name.
Huell, I think it is.
Florida, by the way, going to take the lead off of that 3.
Sorry, I was trying to fix the call sheet, but it won't let me. It's something off the website, I think.
It's fine.
I know. I just like having the full. I'm anal like about that stuff, so I want the full call sheet.
I get you. I would have said something, but unfortunately, a very ill-timed sneeze snuck up on me.
You're good. You're good. Happens to the best of us.
Here's Dewishawili. Gonna drive, maybe. Pulls up his dribble, gets it to LeCinabron James. That is not the man's name. It is Cinnabon.
Cinnabon. He should have made him LeCinabron.
It makes more sense, doesn't it?
It does. Nice take there.
But Dame LaLaurie up and over. That one to fall. Back in the lead. Florida going to call a timeout here to talk things over. Just over a minute left to go here in the first.
Yeah, it's been a close ball game so far. I like what I'm seeing from both these squads. 17-15.
Here's LeCinabon.
Let's pass inside to Williams. Oh! Feeling the pressure from the defender, LaLaurie. Picks it out to Tremonti Weston Jr. He's going to drive. Goes up, layup, easy pickings. Florida's got to do a better job there defending.
He does. LSU currently up by 4. Just under 45 left to go here in this one. First quarter anyways.
Pass inside, alley-oop to Ryder Chisholm Jr. That's a 6-point lead.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought that ball was going to Keith Ace on the wing. I need to get my eyes checked.
I don't know why. It does not want to open. Does not want to load that team. It's driving me nuts.
It'll be fine.
No, I know. It just I don't know why it's not loading.
It's the Wishawili. It's the walk-on.
At the end of one quarter, 21-15, 6-point lead for the LSU Tigers. Watching CSBA on Twitch, SEC tournament. We're back. All right, welcome back. 6-point lead. Good for. What's your take on that first quarter there?
I mean, LSU just on paper is definitely the better team, but Florida's really done a great job kind of keeping LSU mostly in check. They've kept it pretty close so far. So, all right.
Yeah, as long as I continue to get some efficient looks here and doesn't, if they start shooting the ball terribly, it's going to benefit LSU. They're going to get out in transition. Rack Jones with the offensive rebound and put back. It's a good response from the Gators. Foul on the play is Nishida commits his first. So Giovanni Valentine to the line to shoot 2 here.
Up and good there for Valentine. There's a couple substitutions here now for Florida. Down by 7. 7 minutes to go here in the second. Hurts with it now to flicker. Bean for 3. Can't get that to fall. Rack Jones down with the board. Now Anthony with it. Going to fire up a 3 of his own. Bit too strong there. Jones with the offensive board. Put back no good there. Rebounded by Bean.
I was going to say, Rack Jones is starting to really heat up on the boards right now. That's inside the money. Ooh. Toughness.
Unlucky there for J Money. Goes now out to Valentine. Now no hands to Toes to Jones. Jones going to look to drive. Good pump fake there. Gets to Anthony down low. Gets blocked.
Nice block
by... Yeah, those banks on the block there.
See if the Gators can capitalize on that defensive effort there. Daniel's going to get it over to Kurtz. Kurtz waiting for somebody to come off the screen. It's going to be Daniels. He's going to fire up the 3 ball. No good. But Jay Money, though, there for the... Oh, and he blows the reverse layup. He missed. He got the rebound.
I think he got blocked there a bit by Jones.
No hands. Oh, missed play there with Kyle Anthony to give the ball right back.
I thought they were going to call that out on Florida because it looked like that ball bounced off of the defender's head before it went out of bounds.
Kurtz. Anthony on him. He's going to drive. Draws the double team. Goes to the left. Floater up. Blocked. Good defense by Rack Jones. Quick outlet pass. Lee Toes in transition. Goes coast to coast.
Yeah, LSU kind of starting to pull away with it now. They're up by 10 here. Just over 5 minutes left in the second. Florida going to call a timeout and talk things over.
So timeout. 10-point lead. 5:06 to go. Now, I wasn't going to talk about it, but the last time these teams played each other, it was a blowout, and Gators have looked much better in this one. Competing, It's a couple
Mostly.
of shots I think they'd like to have back as the 3-ball is good by Toes. Bang.
Yeah, that one definitely one of those they would like to have back. But carrying on here, Florida's still, keeping it decently close, but the defense now for LSU has really picked up. Florida not really taking care of the ball very well.
What was a close game is now ballooned to a 15-point lead. It was 10, five straight points for the Tigers off of 2 turnovers. So it's like they're going to get fouled by Kyle Anthony. Brendan said the whole Auburn team is in the tunnel watching the game. Love it.
I don't know why the whole Auburn team's in the tunnel. Y'all don't play until
tomorrow.
At least tomorrow.
Could have got seats. Although I did hear that the Bridgestone Arena was sold out, so maybe there's that. Or you would think that they would get a ticket because they're playing, though.
Right, you'd think they'd get them in like the student section, maybe. Maybe behind the bench, maybe on the bench. I don't know. Who knows?
Just for that.
By the way, LSU
just for that comment. Just for that comment, I gotta give him a sub. Yeah, what were we gonna say?
LSU currently flawless on points off turnovers. 10 points on 5 for the Tigers right now.
32-19, yeah. Got to clean it up there. Bean, they had Bean on the backdoor cut. They missed him. Now they're going to get him in the high post. Fadeaway jumper, top of the key. No good. That's a bad possession for the Gators. That's inside Lalaurie. Actually, I need to do one other sub here.
Esky?
Yes. Shot in the lane, no good by Bean. Ooh, almost a steal. Zach Jones almost lost the ball. Good active hands there by Jay Money. Pass Money with the steal. Here comes Florida the other way. See if they can capitalize. They're going to get it over to Banks, who throws it down. That's what the doctor ordered.
That's a good look.
Got you, Besky. I got you, buddy. Take care of you. 34-21, 13-point lead. Mississippi Rivers is good with a little Florida timeout, Florida.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize this, but Rivers coming off the bench here for LSU in this one. Florida doesn't really have an answer for that kind of scoring and playmaking prowess to match up against them defensively.
Their starting lineup's definitely front-loaded with their best players, so their bench not as strong. If you see, and I get it. I totally get the strategy by the Gators, trying to put your best together to get the best run you can get, but no bench, no deep bench is going to potentially cost them. See what happens, though. Laurie with the hard foul there.
Yeah, I mean, something could be said for maybe sticking their starting unit as their bench unit in this one. But now thinking about that is probably even worse. Yeah. So there's a reason I'm not a coach in this league.
And listen, there's always those, we go through it a lot as a coach of how do you, what kind of lineup do you put out? Do you put your best players together? Do you leave a guy or two that's solid on your bench if your team is not as deep, or do you try to hide maybe a base blue kind of player in the starting lineup, hoping you can get away with that? He gets his game raised by some of the players around. There's a lot of different methodologies of thought there on what's the best track, and I guess it all depends too on what your opponent is doing.
Yeah, LSU forced to fire up a 3 from deep, can't get it to go. LSU up 14, under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Here's Dewishawili.
That guy. Pass inside to Williams.
That is like the one hard to pronounce name that's fully stuck with me this season.
I don't say his name. I just let you say it at this point.
It is a very difficult. I believe Gregorian is the dialect or whatever name to pronounce. Very, very tough name.
Yeah. People like to throw wonky names at us every once in a while. That's inside the Nishida.
Listen, somebody's got to make it hard on the commentators.
Of course. By the way, Gators with a nice little bit of run here, cut at the 10. Rivers looks to drive. Floater is good. Williams, Huell in the low post. Gotta get that to him. Make him play some. Let him see him play some bully ball. Shot in the lane is good. See?
I don't know. Ryder Chisholm's kind of a hard one to really play bully ball against.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, even with the size of Jay Huell, Chisholm Jr. is a strong lad, as they say.
Shot from the outside, no good. Huell up with the rebound. Here comes James. James going to try to push it here. Gets forced to pick up his dribble in the lane. He's going to get rid of it. Gets it out to Williams. Huell going to give Williams a screen. He pulls up from the elbow. Good. Drano cuts it to 8. It's a good response by the Gators.
Yeah, cutting it to single digits right before halftime.
A nice job by Florida making a little run. 38-30. 8-point lead for the LSU Tigers. You're watching the SEC Round 1 tournament. Or you're watching the SEC tournament Round 1, rather. To break us down here, though, Aaron, what we see in that first half, talk to me a little about it.
I mean, again, on paper, this one definitely favors LSU, but Florida came out the gate early, going pretty much toe-to-toe with them. LSU went on a bit of a run late in the first quarter to extend the lead to double digits, which kind of continued here in the second, but Florida's done a great job kind of fighting their way back into this one. They managed to cut it down to single digits at the end of the quarter, so still very much within the Gators' grasp, potentially steal a win here from LSU.
All right, we'll see what happens here in the second half as these two teams go at it. See if the Gators can kick up their shooting percentage just a little bit as they trail by 8 here at the half. You're watching CSBA on Twitch, SEC Tournament Round 1. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. 38-30. Let's take a look at the leading score at the half. It is going to be Litos.
Those were the quiet 10 points. I didn't even realize he had 10.
Yeah, he had a couple of threes early, I think, and then after that it was kind of sporadic, but he's your leading scorer at the half. Fired inside, Flicker Bean. So good way to start the second half for Florida after finishing it on a good note.
And momentum now kind of shifting in Florida's favor a bit, perhaps. As they find themselves down 6. This is Valentine, top of the key, in the logo.
And Valentine trying to work over Bean. Bean's up in his grill. Little fadeaway shot from the elbow from Giovanni Valentine is good. Bang.
Yeah, proper soft assist there to Rack Jones on the screen to give Valentine the opening. Is Valentine going to get a steal on Flicker Bean?
The Gators looking to try to give that lead right back, that 10-point lead that they were trailing by.
Goes with 12 now. Williams.
If what I just said actually
10.
even made sense, by the way.
It did. It did. It did to me at least.
I knew you knew where I was going with the comment, but I don't think grammatically I said it correctly.
Grammar's overrated.
I mean, nobody reads in the CSBA anyway, so. Bean for 3. Why should they know grammar, right? Hey, I'm just spitting facts here.
Our community is full of incredibly talented and intelligent individuals that just don't like reading. It's not that they can't, they just don't. First game tomorrow is Ole Miss Auburn.
And we'll continue with the SEC tomorrow. Kurtz gets blocked in the interior. Here comes LSU the other way.
Tomorrow going to be interesting with the two matchups.
Yeah, no hands from the corner. 3 ball is good. Bang. 47-32 right now. So balloons right back to a 15-point lead. .558 here to go in the third.
Yeah, Florida started off the quarter strong, but LSU, after that first bucket, has just really kicked it into third gear here.
Bean gonna drive, gets blocked by Anthony.
More ball movement of any kind here from
Yeah, they could have gotten a little stagnant here in the last minute or two.
Like, Flicker Bean's a great player, don't get me wrong, but you got to get the rest of the team involved.
Yeah, Bean. So I just want to make some coffee. He flicks that one in. Bad joke. 49-34. LSU up by 15. Rack Jones.
Listen, the comedy can't hit every time, Wire.
No, I know.
I mean,
no,
you were watching TV, so you didn't hear. I attempted to make a joke about Davidson involving a light bulb, but I lost the plot.
Okay. Well, he's like Motel 6. He leaves the light on for you.
Oh my! All right, yeah. There's the light bulb joke I was looking for. Bates gonna get fouled by Anthony, so he'll go to the line for 2. Try to make this a bit more of a manageable game here for Florida. They're down 17 here. 4:44 left in the third.
Ooh, free throw up, no good. Banks coming in at 71% from the free throw line.
Here for LSU. Here's Chisholm to Valentine for 3, no good.
By the way, Wisha Willie is now on the thing.
We have Dewishawili.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you, Smitty,
Smitty,
my sheet. He is my guy. He's my call sheet IT guy. I knew what the issue was. I thought I fixed it, but maybe it just takes a little time for it to pull.
Maybe replication and all that. I know how it is.
Yeah, it's something about the data tab that it pulls it. You delete it and redo it, and then pulls the data. But it's just weird. It wasn't doing it, and I was like, "What's going on?" But either way, it's fixed. At least everything in his numbers are.
Yep. He's number 0.
Yes.
All right. I don't need that value. I know what his number is. Ooh, nice block there by Jay Money.
54.
The pass attempt.
Gators trying to continue to try to hang around here. Pass inside to Daniels is good.
Great cut there by Brandon Daniels to get himself open underneath. Timeout. LSU going to call a timeout after that, try and stop any momentum Florida would have gained.
.12 lead, 3 minutes to go here. Gators fighting though. Gotta give them a lot of credit. They are hanging around.
And the foul there for Keith Ace. By the way, since we are calling this LSU game, new team branding announced for Coach Rivers.
Yeah.
For next season, the New Orleans University Revelers.
Yeah, that was a fun collab with him.
Still a better name than the mother effing Pelicans.
Yeah.
I'm so that it upsets me so much as a Louisiana native, even though I wasn't born there. There's so many better names that the NBA could have gone with for New Orleans basketball team.
Absolutely. Yeah, we wanted to try to stay with something that was tied in. Nice shot there by Keith Hayes. Try to say something with that Mardi Gras, New Orleans kind of themeality to it. And,
right.
And they get to keep the purple from LSU, so there's that. The purple and gold, just with green added in.
Yeah, I mean, my brain for Louisiana and Mardi Gras immediately goes to Crew, spelled Krewe.
So you want to know that's where the inspiration from that logo came from?
Of course it did. Of course it did.
I've seen those that's where the graphics came from, and we kind of went from there.
Yeah. Also, I didn't even realize the fleur-de-lis and the bells of the jester hat. That's a good touch too.
Thank you. We're gonna have when we do unis, the side stripes up the thing. You're gonna have the fleur-de-lis.
Ooh, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah. I found a wallpaper that has it has the green, like it has the colors of the fleur-de-lis that matches the team colors, so that it looks so good up the side. I'm really excited.
Yeah, by the way, super strong take there by DeWisha Wheelie. Cuts the lead back down to 14.
Gators are fighting here, man.
Yeah, Kedavon, an 88% free throw shooter.
No, not going away.
Doesn't get that one to go.
Commentator's curse right there. Mississippi Rivers with a nice take. Back to 16. Yeah, there's something about the fleur-de-lis in any logo that just makes it pop. Nice pass to Rivers in transition. Oh, he blows the layup, feeling the pressure of Nishida.
Yeah, and I mean, so far all of the branding has just been really, really good.
Thank you. I don't want what I don't want is it to, I don't want to settle for less. If that means I have to take extra time, we are. And a lot of the conversations, shot there in a low post, a lot of the conversations that have been had with the coaches, some of them have been super easy, and some of them, even when we're trying to figure it out, the conversations have been a collaborative. Like, what about this? What do you think about this? And like, for the brand, for CSBA in general, we want to make sure we have brands that have meaning, potentially can tie into a community. As a three ball is good, bang. So I'm still in about James. But yeah, we wanted to make sure it's on brand. It feels like a has a university feel to it, and not just like some pro team.
Right.
But all the conversations, for the most part, have been a lot of fun. Ace.
Yeah, I definitely like the fact that it's a collaborative effort with the different coaches. Of course, working with Ray to bring over Bonetown from the ECFL. The Bullies and Atlanta State branding also looks phenomenal.
You know what's funny? Actually, you know what? We'll be right back. Get those fours up in the stream chat. 65-50 LSU on top. All right, welcome back. Yeah, just to continue that conversation. Sorry, I just want to talk about that real quick. So, it's funny. I actually saw a post from Big Dog adding the street signs behind the bullies that said Broadsheet, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? That was genius. So we may adjust that or use that logo as the alternate and add the street sign as the main. I don't know yet. We haven't fully figured it out. I got to see if I can find a street sign that will look good behind it, but that's something that I was talking to him about.
I'm sure some like small town somewhere does like brown street signs that would fit with the Bullies branding.
Yeah, he had it as orange, but I felt like it was almost too much orange, so I wanted this. So, but like I was talking to him, like even like a green or green, which is most street signs at least in New York anyway. I don't know if it is elsewhere, but I know blue or green are usually two of the ones that you see the most.
Yeah, granted, I grew up in a really rural area, but I know for a fact when I was younger, I've seen brown street signs that I think would work great for Broad Street's branding.
I gotta look at that. I'll definitely give it a pop there and check it out. But like I said, maybe we adjust that to be a secondary logo and the main have the street sign behind it. So. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's the only, if I'm not mistaken, it's the only logo that we've done that doesn't have the university name in it. So.
I believe you're correct on that.
So. Like, even the Revelers have NOLA in the part of the court jester hat. Nice pass on the Williams. And it might have just been an oversight on my part, but. That's okay. I mean, the concept is there. That's not a hard fix. I have the original file to fix it, so need it for all the branding, jerseys, courts, all that stuff. So pass inside to Ace. Ace fade away. Keith Ace not able to get that to go to what's his name? Wish a Willie.
Wish a Wheelie.
Wish a Wheelie. Nice pass inside to Williams again. Fouled and can't finish. Mississippi Rivers fouls him behind, so Williams to the line to shoot 2. Chance here to cut it to 11. Knocks down the first.
Williams got 13 right now, by the way.
Yes. Above his season average, and didn't want to say it till after the free throw, but still perfect on the season from the free throw strike.
May stay that way if results hold as current.
Good active hands there. Almost a steal. Now no hands inside on Kurtz. Foul on the play by Kurtz. I don't think he liked it. I don't know if I agree with the call either, but no hands going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, definitely don't fully agree with that one, but the referees may have saw a bit too much body contact, perhaps.
So as we talk about the rebranding, is there a team rebrand that you like? Oh my God, I love that. Like that is your favorite of all of them so far. If you had to pick one, I know which one mine is, and I'll tell you why.
If I had to pick a favorite out of what we've seen so far, I'll be honest. I gotta give it to Atlanta State. I gotta give it to the Atlanta State branding. That logo, that color combo, just hits different for me.
Well, I will agree with you. That was actually the one that I was going to say as well. What I loved about that one, and it was purely unintentional, when we put in the font for Atlanta State, those are bricks, right? Those are it's like a brick font, like a stone font or something like that. I forget exactly what the font is.
Right.
But if you look closely, it actually looks like tiger stripes. And I didn't put that connection together, but when I look at it, that's what I see.
Now that you mention it, I do see that. Yeah, and that looks
totally accidental. Like totally accidental.
I mean, listen, Bob Ross and his happy little accidents. All right.
Yes, sir. Daniels. Almost swatted away. Percy was funny though. He came to me. He's like, He's like, they're not allowed to have my colors. The UNC fan that he is. Bean for 3, no good.
I'm sorry, sir, but you're not
Dory.
Pantone. You can't copyright a color palette.
I know. Dory, I appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a single rebrand that has missed yet. They've all been phenomenal.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited by them. They've been fun.
And there's still so many more.
Yeah, there's still a lot more. We got a lot more to go. I got to get to work here on some of them. $72.58. Kind of hung around that between that 10 and 15 point mark. Being fouled, counted in 1.
Oh, snap.
They're not giving in. The Gators are not giving up.
Yeah, the Anglers branding is definitely a close second for me, Dory. But again, the color scheme for Atlanta just hits. Plus, like the white tiger motif isn't something that's used very often. I think the only team in college that really uses it is LSU, and that's only on very, very rare occasions.
Yeah, I mean that was like, whoa, white. What about white tires? What about white? I don't remember white tires. We're gonna make it tires. Might as well make it white tires, right? Yeah. Nice move by Anthony. Back to 16. Pass inside, flicker, Bean, throw down.
Bean trying to keep his team morale up with that dunk. Florida hasn't been shooting bad, by the way. They're 50%. They just haven't had the volume, the same volume that LSU has had.
Toes for 3, back rim, no good. Got to give my boy .J a sub. He's been in a lot of streams here the last few days. Wow, Justin Banks. Wow. Back to a 12-point lead. This is kind of where we've hung around since LSU's got that 10-point lead. 2:57 to go. Does the Gators have a run in them? Chipping away, but just can't. They have not been able to get past this 10-point, 8-point, 12-point.
Yeah, No Hand's going to be named your player of the game here. Not someone you typically see that going to for LSU. It's usually either Rivers or Jones. So nice to see the sophomore point guard getting some love here from State Farm.
Sharing the love for a change.
Or Jordan, rather. This is the player of the game, Aaron, not the assist of the game.
Well, we're going to see if we can't edit some of those things for next season, too. See if we can edit the branding. Because I actually just discovered where those files were this week.
Hey-oh, Monty gets called for a foul. That actually looked like a clean block to me, but maybe a bit too much body contact. And correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't we shifting to 23 next season, or are we staying on 20?
As of right now, for next season, it is 20.
Okay.
There are some factors in that with regards to archetypes and a couple.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, from what I understand, there's some there's been some bugs around the game planning for 23, from what I hear, and then I also heard just talking through Connor as well before he got mad, before he went on his honeymoon, as Valentine for 3, bang. The game itself has some differences from badges and stuff like that, so there's some changes that we'd have to make to
accommodate
it. So that's a lot of heavy lifting, and right now I knew he was getting married, and with the amount of uplift we have to go to 20, to get the rebrands in, I know this game like the back of my hand, so we decided at least for another season anyway, we'll stay on 20, and then we'll see what happens from there. Maybe by then 24 will be out, and then it'll be a better product. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I wanted to go to 23. There's some things that I do like about 23 from a graphics perspective, but counted them 1. As that ball just went over the rim. But from a gameplay perspective, there's something about 20 that I feel like I still love, and this is the reason why we didn't go to 21 or 22 when they came out.
Gotcha.
The cool part is a lot of the files and everything transfer over. It's just not. There are some nuances and some new things about 23 that I really like that we can't do with 20. So it's kind of that back. It's I want to say it's like a chicken or the egg thing, but it's not a chicken. It's not the right terminology, but it feels like that. Like which is you're kind of weighing two hands of weight.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Rack Jones. Now let's see you putting the foot on the gas pedal here the last little bit here.
Yeah, it is LSU that has gone on the run that Florida desperately needed.
Tigers have had some nice contributions, though, between No Hands, Toes, Rack Jones, Valentine. Those guys have stepped up. Even a couple buckets from Ace and Kyle Anthony. So the usual suspects a little bit different tonight for the Tigers. And some familiar faces. Yeah, but I've gone back and forth on 23 versus 20 a lot. Rack Jones with the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Kyle Anthony with an offensive board. So back-to-back offensive boards here in the waning minutes. Triple team. Somebody's going to be open. Was Jimmy No Hands, but not able to knock that down. Bean. Now over to Daniels. Back over to Bean. 26 in the game clock. Bean not able to knock it down, and that is going to do it. 85-66. Vast improvement over the last time these two teams played. Do you have any idea what the point differential was the last time, Aaron? I do.
Wasn't it like somewhere in the 30s or 40s?
It was 60.
Holy shit.
So a vast improvement for the Gators. And they hung tough. They hung around that 10, 12, 14 point mark for 3 3/4 quarters. So
yeah, definitely good signs for Beskey next season. I mean, especially he just, the transfer market hard.
He just said it. I just want to say I took over as coach of the Gators. It's been tough, and it has been tough. He has about 70% ghosts on his team, so it's been absolutely tough. But he's super proud of the team. They fought hard every game. A lot of changes coming this off next season. This will be a totally different team, and we'll bounce back stronger than ever. And I actually believe it because I've seen if you can put together the efforts that his team has done in the last several games, and talking about it, they're losing to a team like LSU by 60, and they lose by 19 here tonight. I mean, that's a huge leap.
That's such a big improvement,
especially with probably about 6 or 7 guys that are ghosts on his team. So, yeah, I mean, I feel for him. It's definitely tough, but I appreciate him stepping in for Kyler, and I'm excited for him for next year. I think he's gonna have he's got the capability as a coach. I could see it just based. I look at his game plan since he started, and I can see he knows what he's doing. So I think if he gets the right cast around him, he'll be super successful, which I'm excited for. And he's super active as a coach too. Which is crazy because you got 6 guys that are probably ghosts in your locker room, and he's still pumping CPR on the team as much as he can.
Yeah, I mean, definitely making the most of a bad situation. Mm-hmm. Not a great, you know what I mean.
I do know.
Yeah. So definitely props to Beskey, for stepping in the way that he did, stepping up the way that he did. I'm excited to see, what his team does next season. I do want him to see the transfer market hard. There's going to be a lot of high quality guys and gals that are going to be available in that transfer window. So Yeah, I'm excited for what he can do with his squad next season.
Yeah, I'm looking at the team capacity. The one thing that jumps off the page is the 12 points off of turnovers.
Yeah,
Beyond that, I think the numbers are not terrible. I mean, they shot 48%, but that's still not horrible. There's uh, a little bit more attempts from LSU, so that plus a couple threes over the fact that Florida
yeah.
shot 3 for 12. So there's not a ton here that points out and says, "Oh my God, the Florida's played a bad game." They didn't. They did not play a bad game here. Like I said, this game was
No.
relatively close for a vast 3 3/4, and then the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, LSU just kind of put the foot on the gas pedal just to seal it. So let's take a look at the box scores here. Flicker Bean, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. DeAndre Williams, solid game from him. 5 of 8 from the 4, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 for 3-pointers, 14 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. Brandon Daniels, 11 points and an assist. So getting the best out of the talent that he had there. Justin Banks, 7 points, 2 rebounds, a block. Amir Nishida, 7 points and a rebound. Joey Hugh, 4 points, 5 boards and an assist with a block. Cinnabon James, 3 points, a rebound, and assist. Brooklyn Kurtz, 2 points, a rebound, and 5 dimes. Which was really, yes,
Kedavon Dewishawili.
I still can't say it right, no matter how many times I try. 2 points, a rebound, 5 assists, and Jay Money, 7 boards, 2 steals. So Jay Money didn't contribute offensively, but did contribute on the defensive side. On the LSU side, take it through us there, Aaron.
Sure, Jimmy Nohan's going to be your leading scorer and player of the game here. 16 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, a steal, and a block on 6 of 9. Lee Toe is going to tie him in the points department. 16 points, 1 rebound, and an assist on 7 of 10. Keith Ace going to be your number 3 here. 11 points, 5 boards for him tonight. Giovanni Valentine, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Rack Jones, 19 points, 14 rebounds, just a bucket shy of a double-double.
Yeah, he's a double-double machine, too, which is crazy.
Yeah, an assist and 3 blocks for him tonight. Mississippi Rivers, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 dimes on 4 of 10. Madame Lalaurie, 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Weston Jr., 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Kyle Anthony absolutely stuffing the stat sheet. 3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. And Ryder Chisholm Jr. going to end this one out. 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist.
Yeah, Kyle Anthony, this is a nice stat line, despite the fact that he didn't really do much offensive, like from a point scoring perspective, but like contributed in a lot of little intangibles that any coach loves to see. So good job by him. That is going to do it for us. 85-66, LSU wins this game. Just looking really quickly at the schedule for tomorrow. Back on the air at 8:30 as we have Ole Miss and Auburn as the second first-round game of this SEC tournament. Then followed at 9:30, Oregon State, the newly revamped, back on the winning ways. Oregon State going to take on the Memphis Tigers in a 5-4 battle of the American Conference, followed by Oregon and Houston in the nightcap at 10:30. So make sure you all tune in for that. And then we got high school on Friday and even more tournaments into the weekend. So a lot of college tournaments here in the CSBA before we head into the conference tournaments, not college tournaments, conference tournaments, as we head into the postseason for March Madness. So any parting words here, Mr. Aaron?
Yeah, tomorrow definitely should be an exciting one. Just an interesting stat line for the people before we end tonight. 75% of these 6-3 matchups have ended with the 6 winning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the 8:30 and 10:30 games gonna be something pretty big to keep an eye on for going into the semifinals for these tourneys.
Yeah, I mean Oregon needs a big win for them they're a bubble team right now, winless on the season. Could they do it against Houston? Absolutely. I mean, Oregon has shown at times they've been tough, and Ole Miss has a couple wins on the season. We've seen Auburn a couple times stumble. So, Besky, you too, buddy. Yeah, we've seen. It'll be interesting. So make sure to tune in for that. I think we can have some good games on our hands. And for Aaron, I'm Scott. We'll see you guys manana. CSP out. Peace.